Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of them good things. Okay, this morning I wanted to talk about will Hernandez Govan, what will Hernandez Govan do today? Will he give up the players that are still left in CMG that was a part of this? Okay, as you all know, Hernandez Govan has to go to court today. Okay. As of right now, I mean, how should I put it? His court date has not been changed, although I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if it's changed. Um, hey, whatever happens, I think the decision has already been made. That's just how I feel in my mind. Okay, I feel like it has already, they've already come to whatever conclusions, some kind of way, maybe. Okay, um, but hey, whatever, will he give up the players? Because we do know that there are players left that was a part of this. And I do believe that Hernandez Govan knows exactly who they are, right? If he was like the middle person and sort of like the liaison, as Cornelius said, then Hernandez Govan knows every single thing. And what's so weird to me is that what us knowing that he knows everything, because I believe that he do, all of the players that was involved, the money people, all of that. I'm surprised that they didn't feel threatened enough to um try and take him out right. We saw that Teasy got hit up, unfortunately. And I believe that Teasy was kind of like uh played the same part. Well, kind of like had the same knowledge as Govan. Okay, I believe Teasy could have um, pointed the fingers and taken down a lot of people too, right? But unfortunately, Teasy lost his life, right? I hate to see these young men lose their lives. So hey, I believe that the prosecutors and the law enforcement know that Govan knows all of this. Um, and I would have to say that's one of the reasons why they allow him to be outright, because it's because he knows all of this, and he could have, um, he could help to point the finger at quite a few people. Now, this is just what I believe. I don't know if this is fact. That I think that Govan um, probably wanted to negotiate, not doing any time if he was going to say anything. He probably didn't want to do any time, and he wanted to be put up somewhere, in seclusion. Um, just my belief. And for the crime, for what the part that he played, in which I never believed that he was the mastermind. He's still gonna have to do some time, and I'm thinking those numbers are not down as low as he would want them to be, because I don't think he wants to do any time. I think like somebody like Quit feels like if I'm gonna say something, then I don't want to have to go to jail because it's gonna be too dangerous and this and that. But unfortunately, there is time that come with it, right? And I think what Quet has to look at the charges that he has. They feel confident enough to take him to trial with those charges. He has two good attorneys. He has Aurora, he has Manny, he has Handel Durham. Okay. Um, and they haven't been able to get those charges. None of them dropped down to lesser charges, right? So we saw Jamarcus' charges got dropped down to lesser charges. Remember, he hasn't been able to get his charges dropped down to anything lesser. So, um, hey, I believe that I, I believe that they feel confident enough to take him to trial, and they're going to bring in witnesses that could get him 50 something years. So it's a gamble when you decide to go to trial. Okay, it's definitely a gamble, even with the good attorneys that he has. So I think that's one of the things. Um, is one of the reasons why they wanted to even they played with the idea of of allowing him a bond of $90,000 because they already knew that he could point the fingers and give information. Whether he did it or not, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I can't say that, but I believe that they know that he can, right? And I believe that he can. So now the question is, will he? Because I think if he's gonna spend if he's gonna not get a lot of time, he's gonna have to do that, right? We know that there are other players. I never believed that Jook just spontaneously decided he wanted to take Young Dolph out. Well, we know that it was a history of it, and I believe even with the history of it, Jook may have been an instigator, but I don't believe that it was Jook's idea. Like when he was in L.A. When they shot him, um, when they hit up his van. I don't believe that Jook was behind that. It was other people in CMG, and I do believe that they was just trying to get the money that was on his head. And I don't believe that the money came from Jook at all. I believe the money came from other people on that label that wanted him gone, and probably people on maybe some CEOs on that owns another label too, right? That wanted their artists to be big. They see that Dolph was doing it independently. He was doing it for himself. He was doing it for his artist, and I think they wanted him out the way. And now we see a lot of what he did. We see Moneybagyo mimicking that. So you have to take a look at that. That's why I say I believe that Hernandez Govan can point the finger at other CEOs. Um, and I'm not saying that Moneybag had anything to do with it. Maybe people that had an interest, that had put money into Moneybagyo, that feels like with Dolph gone, they can get a bigger return. Okay, so you have to look at stuff like that. And that's just my belief. I'm not saying it's fact, although I probably could be 98% sure that it probably is fact. I can't say that it's 100% fact, right? But you have to look at stuff. You definitely have to look at stuff like that. And I do believe that Hernandez Govan can connect those pieces. So now it's just a matter of him connecting those pieces. He gonna throw himself a lifeline, or is he gonna go and lay down and do all that time, right? Because I do believe that they was offering him 25, I believe. 20? Was it 20 or 25? Somebody said 15. I don't know. I heard somebody say 15. I heard somebody say 25. So either way it go, Hernandez Govan is in his mid 40s. That's a lot of time, even 15 years of your life, but it's better than 55, right? Um, and so, when you have people like Straight Drop, he said it himself through Gangsta, that Straight Drop was, willing, cooperating, as it relates to him. Straight Drop had some type of anger And I believe that Straight Drop had definitely wanted him, has that anger, because you know how you have people playing two ends against the middle. The same people that was doing the funding is playing two ends against the middle. Okay. And so Straight Drop wanted Cornelius to do it. He got ready to do it. I kind of believe he did do it. You know, I kind of believe he did say something. Straight Drop. I do, as it relates to Quet. I really, I do. The spirit of God tells me he did. Okay. And so I think that's how they was going to eliminate Quet. You play two ends against the middle, get in Straight Drop's ear, get Straight Drop and Cornelius angry enough. Cornelius had a lot of vitriol. He didn't even seem like he was mad at Justin Johnson. Cornelius was mad at Quet. He was mad at Quet because somebody told him that Quet was the one that dropped a dime on him and making him the sacrificial lamb. Now, it could have been true, but I believe through time there was more vitriol put into his ear to just like Straight Drop was real mad at Quet. And I think that came from people on the outside playing two ends against the middle, when the truth of the matter is the folks that paid them was really the ones that was setting them up anyways from the very start. Once they saw that people was going to go down, they definitely was doing any and everything to make sure, if they could have had them all taken out, I think they would have. Okay. So what Straight Drop don't understand is that they was setting them up. The people that paid him, where the money came from, was setting them up from the very start when they snatched that lawyer back. I believe they was sending him to Indiana. You have to think about, he was going to Indiana. You know, I believe I believe the reason he was in Indiana is another major component to a major part of this case. I believe the Indiana connection would also be a connection. I said this in 2022. The Indiana connection would also be a connection to the money in this case. Okay. And I believe Quet and Straight Drop can connect that. But if they keep them real angry at each other, making them feel like Quet was the only one that was throwing up under the bus, right? If make them focus more on him and not the root of the problem, which is the funders, because Quet ain't no damn funder. Okay. So, anyways, we're gonna see what will he give up the CMG players? Quet gonna have to be real careful. I don't understand why he would want to try to protect them, because the first opportunity they get when they think everything has died down, they're gonna put a bullet in his head. Okay. Because they got to make sure he never be, you know, he'll never, they don't want to look over their shoulder. Okay. So anyways, we're gonna see though. We're gonna see, because I mean you can't trust people when they paying for hits and stuff. They're twisted, which means they have no loyalty to nobody. They are twisted beings, right? So surely Quet don't think it, even if they, you know, they still got some type of relationship in the background, surely he don't think that it's genuine, right? They just want to make sure that he don't tell on them. Okay. And if he was to go to trial and be found not guilty, they ain't gonna mess with him. They're gonna eliminate him, because even if he gets off, in which I don't think he would, but let's just say he did, even if he got off, they would have to make sure that years on down the line, he didn't say nothing to nobody else, and they'd feel comfortable with knowing that he's not gonna say nothing to anybody else if he was stretched out. So they ain't gonna have no loyalty to him. So anyways, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. It's gonna be interesting. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's rescheduled. Hey, maybe it won't be. I'm anxious. I want to see what heck gonna happen too. So it'd be interesting to see. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.